So about a year ago, I started to record my hikes and uploading it to YouTube, and I can see that the motivation was the same as it is now. Hiking and making this video simply makes me happy, and that is something that it can be viewed as an escape in a sense. An escape from reality, sitting here overlooking Sarek, having a nice swimming pool in the background and having cheese fondue. It's an escape from reality, but as Tore Abrahamsson very cleverly said, going to the mountain is in fact more of an escape to reality, to a life that refines the way of living and that turns the simple life into a great life. So I subscribed to this quote, and I found that I am the happiest and the best version, more importantly, of myself when I hike in the mountains, and maybe especially in the French ones, where you meet quite a lot of people in the mountain huts, but also if I hike with friends. But then I really like also hiking alone and recording this video and sharing it with you all. So that is my main motivation for creating these YouTube films. So what is this video? Oi, a little bit windy. It's in a sense a look back and a look ahead with some reflections in between. So the biggest project that I have had is to hike Kungsleden, the 440 kilometers. That was the main first video. It didn't go as planned. I didn't have cheese fondue and enough calories, and I also slept quite poor. So after 8 days or something, when I find myself in Kvikkjokk halfway, I said, I am not enjoying this at the moment. I have for almost all days, but the last two it's been so and so, so let's come back. So I turned that into a project of hiking Kungsleden through the season, and this fall I will release a better version of the Kungsleden, because something that I learned is that it's difficult to kill your darlings. So the first films are quite long, but now I'm trying to make them a bit more compressed. And I have two favorites at the moment. One is the October hike on the King's Trail, and then I released one from the Pyrenees just now. And I think those are the most interesting to watch. And this is also keeping a diary for myself to explore the hikes that I've done. And in October I had looked on all maps, weather maps and snow maps for the mountains. This was very early October. And I saw a spot, Jekvik to Amarnäs, that lacked snow or had very little. And the prognosis looked all right. But then I went, and on the bus where you have towards the polar circle is the destination, I got weather warning. Luckily it didn't hit me as quick. It was a little bit of delay, so I made it without issues. But if it would have come, I made sure to sleep next to emergency shelters. You're not allowed to sleep in them except for emergencies, but I pitched the tent right next door. In October, in November, the weather is super unstable, and I noticed that 10 centimeter is kind of the maximum where it's okay to hike. After that you would preferably need skis or snowshoes, and I didn't have that with me. So I mentioned that I like to hike alone, and that the Pyrenees film also is a favorite one, and that is because when you go alone you can go in your own tempo. You eat when you're hungry, you sleep when you want to sleep, you take siesta when you want to, kind of. If you stay in a hut, there's set hour 7 for dinner and breakfast 6:30 or 7. But you meet a lot of people on the trail. It's more hectic than here, evidently. This is not a trail. This is not an area of the Swedish mountain with many hikers generally. But it's nice to share experiences and you make new friends in a sense, although some you will never meet again. It's a brief and very sweet exchange. So looking ahead, at the present moment I have 113 subscribers, I think, and I'm grateful for every one of you that watch and follow the channel. It feels very cool to have over 100 persons. If you put 100 persons in a room, it will be quite a crowd actually, and I think that it's important to keep this in mind in the present days when viewers and subscribers become numbers and you might never be satisfied. In a sense, it's mission without accomplishment. But then again, when you put down quite a lot of energy to making the videos and it gets 200 viewers, then you also reflect on, oh, I would have liked 200 more. But then what is it that drives making these videos? And for me it's the pleasure. It's because I think it's fun, and as long as it's that way I will do it. In a sense, being a very small YouTube channel comes with the good thing that it's a hobby. No one expects me to upload the next video, and therefore I can easily just say, well, this was fun, now let's go hiking without recording or something. I have zero pressure, which is a blessing, to do what you want to do because you want to do it and not because you have to. So apart from the Kungsleden project, I have two videos, one from this hike and one from a previous one just on the other side of the valley, also coming this fall. When you shoot with drone, for good reasons, there are very strict regulations, and one part in this is that you need permission from the Swedish state to share the material, and they are quite understaffed. That's why I like very much editing, so that takes me one day, like a Saturday or Sunday. But then I have to wait a couple of months to be able to share it with a wider audience. And then I hope I will be able to share some other smaller hikes and stories that I think is important to tell. But we will see. I will go into Sarek with two friends in August for quite the adventure. I'm not sure yet if I will film it or if we will just enjoy each other's companies, because it becomes something different when you try to document and film. Maybe I do something for a short Instagram film or something out of it. I don't know yet. I will also ask what they think. I think I would like to finish this weird video in a sense with the words of the former UN Secretary General Dag Hammarskjöld, who spent a lot of time in the Swedish mountains, and he said that in the mountains I am as young, as much of the present as the stream water or the flowers, and yet somehow as old as the earth itself. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for following on the adventures. So see you in some hiking films coming up during the fall. Ciao!